How are you, class? Once again, I hope you're doing good. I hope the tests are good and you're performing as well. I believe in you as usual. Now, if you remember, I was talking about the formalization process which the government has been undertaking regarding small-scale mining, artisanal and small-scale mining. And actually I did ask if for these mineral trading centers, the established ones, if there are some artisanal and small-scale miners who actually are not satisfied with how this works. If they're not satisfied with how this works, but I also told you that, yep, I've heard cases of some ASM practitioners trying to find some means not to sell at the allocated mineral center, mineral trading center. But I did not say the reason. There might be others which we have to find out. We have to find out. I hope you do investigate also why some miners may not be willing to sell at the allocated markets. Let's do that. But some of the reason, one of the reason I know from different sources is that the end product of the minerals, including gold, might not have the same quality. The qualities are different due to the difference in ores. The ores might contain different compounds, different elements. So at the end, the purity or some other qualities between the ore in Chunya and the ore in Nyarugusu, let's say, leads to the difference in the final product, even though we might apply the same beneficiation techniques. Okay, so actually markets, these trading markets, for the same mineral, they might demand different prices. So a miner or a broker or the one who is responsible for selling at that mineral trading center might find a way to go where he or she could sell at a higher price. That's why they are law enforcers. They are law enforcers because, okay, once you don't sell at the allocated market, there's a problem already when it comes to revenue collection, when it comes to accounting for what amount of gold or mineral produced in that particular area, because we need the statistics to know how much this particular region produces per year, whether of gold or gemstones or whatever mineral it is. So the law enforcers making sure that the allocated market for particular miners is actually active for those particular miners, not somebody from Chunya going to sell in a mineral trading center in Kahama. Okay, hopefully there are some other reasons, and I hope you and I can come out with some other any satisfaction with this market. Yeah, that's one. But also I wanted you guys to take a look at the key players. in this sector of small scale mining, artisanal and small scale mining. There are some key players who make the whole cycle complete. But when you're talking, look at those key players. But also ask yourself, some of the key players mentioned in the notes, you'll see, don't remember the slide number, but there are some key players like even the chomas, these illegal brokers, or any other key player in the circle, because we did define as it is, this sector, artisanal and small scale sector, is largely informal. When we are defining it, we say it's largely informal. Characterizing it worldwide, we say it's largely informal, even though the formalization process has been happening in Tanzania since, like we said, since around 1998. So we have to be looking at those key players, and actually if you have an experience, direct experience, and you've been in the sector or the industry, artisanal and small scale mining, you might know the other players. You might know the players who are active, okay? But by your experience or somebody else's experience, who are the active key players nowadays? Are they the same as we are mentioning them now? Because I don't want you just to go through the notes and thinking like, oh, these are all active. Because, for example, the illegal brokers, these small brokers who were active on sites, actually not licensed, without a license, are they that active now? Like, I mean, are they active the same way they were active like 10 years or 15 years ago? Let's look into that, because there are some key players there we have mentioned. We have mentioned primary mining license owners as one of the key players in small scale, in artisanal and small scale mining. The license owner. But when we talk about artisanal and small scale mining, we talk about the primary mining license. So the owner is one of the key key players. That means he or she owns the license of a given amount of land. So he or she has the right to that piece of land for all the processes involved mining legally. He or she has the legal rights. You see a lot of Chinese coming in, they don't have primary mining license. What do? They go and enter contract with the local license owners. Okay. If you see those Chinese going there in particular in this sector, I've seen a lot of Chinese being active in mining sites, but they go there and under contract with the owners, the PML owners, and yes, they start more exploration, and then mining.